So what did you learn today as you started to explore area? And what did you do? Jack S., what did you learn?
I used to think that the area was the outside, but then I learned that the area was the inside.
Okay.
And that were the squares.
That's right. And when you actually used the geoboards to make your shapes, right? So how did you determine the area? What did you look for?
Well, I looked for all the four pegs to make one square.
Okay.
I counted that as the area.
And then what did you do with all the halves that were around it?
I took each half of a square. If you take two halves of a square, it makes a square.
Okay.
And then so one of our shapes was jerky, and then but we didn't count the triangles, but then we did count the triangles as a square, and then it came up as 17.
Thank you. Mark, what did you do?
Well, I found out that for area you measure it by square units
Yes.
instead of other units.
Oh, right.
Not get the exact spacing on.
Yeah. Absolutely. So looking for the square units is a good one. And what did you do when you were making your shape to make it easier to count the square units? When you drew your shape?
When I do my shape, I put a number down on each square.
Yes. So how did that help you?
So I knew how
Yes.
many square units I had, because maybe I had to go back to that, but I had forgotten how many square units it was. It helped me figure out how much.
Who used the same strategy as Mark? Who also put the numbers down, like wrote the numbers down for each of the squares to figure out the numbers? So yeah, so just about everybody in here used that strategy. Now, Layla, your group did something interesting. You were figuring out the area of the math textbook, right? What did you do to figure out the area of the math textbook?
We used the base 10 block.
And how did that help you? What did you do?
Because each one is like a centimeter.
Okay, so sorry, Layla, what did you do?
We used the base 10 blocks, and that worked because each little square
Yeah.
is 1 centimeter.
Okay, and then now when you put the base 10 blocks on, you had one group that had 10, but they were hanging off the edge, a couple. So what did you do then?
We just counted that as only the cubes.
Okay.
So one of them had two of them hanging off the edge.
Yeah.
And so we counted that as 8 little cubes.
Okay, so can anyone think of a time in their lives or in some life that you may use area? What would be like a real life application of area? In other words, why should I bother teaching you this? Mark?
The square units will help you buy property.
How does it help you buy property?
Because you know how many square units you want for your property, how big you want your property to be.
Okay.
So you measure the square units to measure the property.
Okay. Faisal?
If you're an architect, you need to know how many square feet is the building you're making.
Okay, and why do you need to know that?
So, let's say the person wants a house that's 200 square feet.
Yep.
You have to make the house 200 square feet.
Okay. Elise?
If you're getting a new bed, you have to know the area of your room so you can fit.
And Ali?
I actually did this when my wife and I moved into Canada
Okay.
a few weeks ago. So when she came in, we had to measure how big the kitchen was and every place, where we could put the furniture upstairs, everywhere in the room, where we could put the couch, where we could put the table,
Okay. And why did you have to know that?
so we could all fit.
So area is actually very important, and I'm gonna actually show you some area activities, kind of combined area perimeter activities that we're going to be looking at so that we can help solve a couple of very real world problems for this school. One of which we're hoping to solve maybe for this year, and one of which we need to solve for next year.